morning, sir.
Namaskar.
In spite of your busy schedule, you are here. We are very much delighted, sir. Sunita Madam, to introduce the profile of Dubey, sir.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon each and everyone present over here. I am Sunita, Assistant Professor of English from Daddy Institute of Engineering and Technology, Visakhapatnam. I'm really very happy to be over here in this beautiful program, and I'm really happy to introduce our guest, Mr. M.P. Dubey, sir. Mr. M.P. Dubey is designated as Joint Director of Software Technology Parks of India, STPI, an autonomous body under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MEITY, Government of India, as Head and Officer in charge of the Center and Nodal Officer, Andhra Pradesh, IBPS, for the growth and development of IT and ITES industry in Visakhapatnam. Also, mentor at large for Medivali, AMTZ, to nurture the startups on health tech using emerging technologies. Mr. M.P. Dubey initiated and set up in domain and root server in country. He was also actively contributed in the progress of IT, ITES industry during his earlier postings in Delhi, Bhubaneswar, Kolkata, Noida, and Gurgaon, national capital regions. He was also instrumental in setting up of STPI centers in Pune, Mumbai, Indore, Mohali, Jaipur, Srinagar, including northeastern regions, Guwahati, etc. His recent contributions is to create a special interest group for industry academy interference and creating a domain-specific innovation and incubation center for IT, ITES on smart maritime, smart city, power petroleum, health tech, and fintech with technology-driven innovation in emerging technologies. He also has written more than 30 international research papers, including presenting the research papers in the international conference, journals in the theme area of SMEs, IT and ITES, impact in the global economy, and his recent in the domain-specific innovation. His paper model were deliberated and presented in international forum at US, Australia, South Korea, Iran, Vietnam, including India. He is a very active and instrumental being and bringing investments to Andhra Pradesh region for setting up of new BPO units in Andhra Pradesh with 14,692 seats allotted to Andhra Pradesh, #1 state in the roster. Through India, BPO promotion scheme with projected direct employment of 44,000 and indirect employment of 1,75,000. Presently working on startup economy for providing growth to the MSME and startup units. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us, and it's incredible to have you with all of us today. Thank you so much.
I now request our MP Dubey, sir, Joint Director Officer in Charge, Software Technology Parks of India, Government of India, Visakhapatnam, to please start the session.
Look, this is all about the IoT, Internet of Things. I will specifically taken into consideration of people who are listening must be going to set up the startup center. And from our side, STPI is playing a very vital role in setting up the startup centers by the student community and the entrepreneurs. So my presentation will be on that basis, and if anybody is not able to see the video, let me know so that we can work it out. Few videos are also there so that you can understand in a very detailed manner. Now, this is about Internet of Things. I think many people know about Internet of Things. I will just repeat the things. So, Internet of Things is basically is a network of physical objects or things embedded with electronic software, sensors, and network connectivity, which enables these objects to collect and exchange the data. IoT allows objects to be sensed and controlled remotely across existing network infrastructure, creating opportunity for more direct integration between the physical world and the computer-based system. So whatever the presentations are coming, this is on that basis. More on how the Internet of Things evolution has come. Now, the definition of Internet of Things is a very small manner, internetworking of devices and physical objects, whatever I told in the earlier slides, embedded with sensors, software, electronics, and able to collect and exchange the data over the network connectivity. So this is the Internet of Things. Any device, anybody, anywhere, any business, any network on any time. So earlier what happened, the IoT could not grow because we are using the IPv4 version 4. So there is a limited number of addresses blocks were there. Now across the world, the IPv6 is implemented, which is 128-bit based address. So there is a huge addresses. So every sensors, every equipment, we can make a dedicated IP address. So that's how the importance of the Internet of Things has increased in a very big way. And the simplified IoT architecture is, it is the sensor which collects the data, is called IoT device layer. Application in analyze the data, and the server is decision making, is the IoT gateway. Now, how IoT works? Internet of Things is not the result of a single novel technology. Instead, several complementary technical development provided capable that taken together help in bridge the gap between the virtual and the physical world. So this capable include the communication and cooperation. Communication, addressability, identification, sensing, acquisition, embedded technology, localization, and user interface. So there are many applications are there. Now how it works if you see. So first is some sensors to understand the device and the environment around. And your device with a programmable system. A remote server which stores the data from the device and analyze and show us the analytics. And this whole will be controlled by a program, control device, and work with sensors and coordinate with the servers, that with the remote servers and connectivity protocol. Like you must have seen, I will just come with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other kind of how the sensors are working together. In a one room, you can work together. So if you see how the IoT works, it starts with RFID. In the early 90s, RFIDs were very popular. Then this with sensors, and then smart technologies were there, and nanotechnology, and that's how the IoT growths are happening day by day. Now, if you see nowadays, the industrial we are working in Visakhapatnam is the first innovation center we are going to set up is Industry 4.0. It is nothing but industrial IoT. How the whole industry, like rolling milk, like production, like car manufacturing, everything, no human interface is required. Everything is depend on the sensors, how those people are talking to each other. Now, due to the COVID-19, such as things comes when human to human interaction is not feeling very good. That time, I think that's why Industry 4.0 play a very vital role. The sensors each other will work together and deliver you the product. Now, how the evolution, what I am saying, the RFID started around 1980s, end of 80s, which is talk about the tracking of the things like transportation, RFID tags were given in malls, and RFID are using in big plants also to identify it and able to connect each other. And then the WSN used for monitoring and recording the physical conditions, and Zigbee used for home automation. So the RFID started with the tagging, then day by day the technologies are going on, and in late 90s the Bluetooth used in personal area network, and now you are seeing Wi-Fi used in a low power wide area network, and cellular is also one of the areas where IoT is play a very vital role. So cellular IoT evolution, if you see massive IoT, broadband IoT, critical IoT and industrial IoT, these are the companies who are operating. And smart metering is one of the area nowadays on electrical metering systems, where the physically doesn't no need to come and no need to the meter itself is a smart meter which is developing in Vizag also. One of the companies developing. It is directly taking the meter reading and send directly to the state electricity board. The bill is coming to your mobile. You pay from mobile wallet and your electricity is running. So these are the certain multiple usages are going on cellular evaluation, in IoT evaluation. And the next application is asset management. For that also we are using IoT in a big way. Fleet management. Drones are very much used in the IoT products. The AR/VR use of IoT is there. Automotive. If you see nowadays more and more automobile coming with electronic parts also only. That means more and more IoT insertion. The traffic safety and control is one of the areas where more and more IoT is using. Smart grid with smart metering, these both are connecting each other to give a seamless and very high standard electricity, and finally the cellular technology also. So these are certain use cases of IoT. One is nowadays gas metering is used. Water metering, for that is using the IoT. The liquid and pressurized fuel. Then smart bins are now coming, which are also using the IoT. Environmental monitoring, smoke and fire alarm, again the IoT products are using. Parking monitoring and alarm and event detection. So if you see in everywhere the IoT is using for whenever the technology, electronic technology and people are talking, the IoT plays very vital role. So with IoT there are many other things are also coming. So technology that enable IoT for the past 10 years is cheap sensors, cheap bandwidth. Because of this, the IoT growth are there day by day. The bandwidth costs are going down, and cheap processing and smart meters, smartphones, coverage that is free Wi-Fi, and big data. So all including this, how the growth are happening. If you see the 5G automotive association. Now, as soon as the 5G will come, more and more IoT based application will be integrated. So some of the companies like Nokia, AT&T, Huawei, these all people are working together to make a 5G alliance for connected industry and automation. So that's why I'm talking IoT is now converted into IIoT, industrial IoT, and the 5G network is going to play a very vital role. Now, if you see the IoT ecosystem and IoT market share, global IoT, only for the health sector, it is 136.8 billion. So IoT is playing a very, very big market share, and there is a lot of job opportunities are coming, as well as this startup people are going to take a very vital step. If you come with new products, it will give a very big lead to you. So this is one of the small examples how we are doing integrating IIoT. This is we are setting up in Visakhapatnam with RINL and Government of India, MIT, state government, STPI, everybody is work together and see how the sensors are able to work together to make more and more affordability, and you can do manufacturing without any human intervention. So this is one of the things we are doing for development of IoT technology. I request all the young people, they can join together, come before us, and we will give them the incubation center, or they can work from home also. This is another example. You see, this is the metro service, and if you see, everywhere the sensor play a very vital role. What I told you in the earlier slide, tag radars, speed sensors, everything is sensor based, and human intervention is very low, including the signals, how the station, parking, everything is controlled only through the automation. So there is a very big opportunities are coming who want to work in IoT areas, and they are able to do much better work what they are expecting. So everywhere the IoT is playing a very vital role. I think everybody is able to understand. Next, I am going to talk about the IoT on the marine application. See, in Visakhapatnam, we are developing marine-based innovation center, and IoT play a very vital role. And if you see building the Internet of Things, and we are calling it is as a smart marine. Because marine is one of the areas, 70% of the world is covered through marine. And if you see, there's a big opportunity for us. If you see in land, we have done a lot of computerization, lot of IT implementation. But if you see in water, in sea, we have very limited usage of the IT systems. Now that's why we have started. It is the world's second innovation center, only working on smart marine-based technology. Because marine is one of the area also in earlier days. It is called Ratnagiri. Lot of minerals are there. Lot of हीरा जोरात सब कुछ समुद्र के अंदर बोलते हैं. So sea having lot of things, and there is a lot of opportunity for us to take out more and more new raw materials and other things from sea. If you see the petroleum, your 80% of the production coming from the sea only. So that's how we have dedicatedly done the maritime-based application center, and one of the area we have taken is smart marine through Internet of Things at sea. So if you see, this is whole about the world, and across the world, the fleets are movement are going on, and you see everything is automated nowadays. So IoT platform is play a very vital role, and to reduce the navigation and reduce. Look at this movie. You must Titanic movie. And how the sensors are working together. Now, we are using artificial intelligence with sensors. So this is what I'm saying, integrating everything in, this is the Norway. Norway is very, they are the leader in the maritime based application. And you see the channel, whole channel is been automated, the ships movement and the cargo movement, everything is controlled through IoT based systems. And it's a very, very difficult terrain also, and all traffics are being managed through automation, and that's how the 15% of the fuel is been going to save. Now this is the going to be the world. If what we are saying, IoT play a very vital role. We are converting from a ship to a smart ship, and day by day, what happened? As much as sensor you are developing, as much as robots are coming out, so it is going to be an unmanned vessel, and this is the target.
The maritime industry is changing.
Everything is
Regulatory, environmental, economic, and technological trends are driving a global data revolution. In the next decade, we'll be measuring data in zettabytes. That's 1,000 billion gigabytes. We'll capture, share, and use that data to be more efficient, save costs, and improve safety and well-being at sea. Inmarsat is at the heart of this data revolution. The global capabilities of Fleet Express
to Singapore, it will go without any standard there, deliver everything, come back to the again to the Vizag. So how affordable? So that's why many scientists are working together to develop this kind of applications, and many companies are also there who are now working here. Now there are many startups in Visakhapatnam working on maritime areas. Sea related to sea IoT products. One of the a company called Safe Marine. I think I'm going to show you the product. You see, very innovative product, and they got recently the investment also. This is the Visakhapatnam RK beach. Somebody is drowning, and this boat is going to rescue that person. It is developed and in Visakhapatnam by a company called CFC. So there are many startups are working. I thought I should show you one of the startups presentation so that you should know. And already he got many orders from across the world. And I want you people who are listening or who are going through this presentation should think to develop this type of product also, similar type of, which will help to the human mankind, and which is very much required also. This is required for the defense purpose. This is required for other applications. Then you define the application and define and change the product basically. Health is one of the areas where IoT plays very vital role. IoT with emerging technology, if we attach, it will give a very big EA. If you see as per the World Economic Forum, there are 10 different areas where there is a lot of challenges are coming. This AR, VR, the lab-grown meats are also nowadays coming. You don't require to go to lab, you can generate the meat. Quantum computers is one of the which does the very fast processing of calculation. The plasmatic materials are there which use very high level medical plants. And nowadays AI is playing a very vital role in giving. So these are certain areas where the IT is penetrating into the health. And one of the area is IoT with technology. Because of automation, because of the IoT, because of emerged technology, it is possible to solve some of the complex problems which we were not able to do earlier. Now people are talking about the personalized medicine also. Now this budget of 2020, the government of India also given proliferation of the technologies such as analytics, ML, AI, bioinformatics, and use of AI, ML in healthcare. Policy is going to announce and a lot of there is going to growth on this area. Now, first of all, how the health is playing, the IoT is playing a very vital role in the health areas. Nowadays, sensors are coming. I am just coming with that. See, this is one sensor which are developing in Visakhapatnam. We are able to control your constant parameters of the health, which is the vital sign, your blood, your respiratory, everything is coming to doctor. So nowadays, the doctor sitting somewhere, the patient somewhere, this sensors is able to communicate with doctor in a very better manner. There is another area also. There are a lot of service areas also are coming. So I think you people should take this application is also one of the very sensor IoT, how in health it is playing a very vital role. The second is 3D printing. I think it is in Visakhapatnam. If you lost your
it's made of living
in accident, we can develop the ear also. So the technology are like that with sensors and everything you can.
And strong enough.
This AR VR is also play a very vital role. Suppose doctor is sitting somewhere else and patient is in somewhere in Lucknow or somewhere in Delhi. The doctor will go through hologram before the doctor and able to talk to the doctors. The doctor and both patient will talk to each other and we will get a very good. So this is the technology. And nowadays people are using telemedicine in a big way because situation. The another example is this here. Before you are going to operate, you just see how you can,
That one I couldn't charge. But the BMW production system.
you see
Large
how the
data are generated at many stages in car production.
manufacturing also
We
how
are already drawing
playing a very vital
from
role.
intelligent analysis of production data. Our customers benefit from even higher quality. Production uses resources more efficiently, and we are able to manage system maintenance more precisely. Let's take a closer look at the innovative solution.
This AI also play because whenever you develop the sensors, now you require a server with better program through which you can control these sensors. AI is playing a very vital role, and you see the robots are coming into them. So many sensors, how those can be, and we in Visakhapatnam we are developing the surgeon robots. This is the surgeon robots we are developing, and you must be seeing this robot can act as a surgeon also. It can act different work. I will just give you another example. It is used this robot, same thing which I am showing you here. Same robot which are developing here. Again, these robots, this all hands and other things are through 3D printer it is developing, and then you have to write program, sensors and other thing, and then you get this kind of product which able to help you for physiotherapy. This is another, you see how the manufacturing are happening for small chair. It is in the lab, it is happening in Singapore, NTU, I think. And very specifically the programmed. And that's how, and such a sophisticated way. And both robot hands. Nowadays, it doesn't require a full robot. Hand is able to maximum your 90% of the work, physical work and other thing. Like in kitchen, only hand robots can work. No require of any human related. 2 hands is required. They can cook also. They can clean also. They can give you for food also. So such a nicely developments happening. Drone is another area where in Visakhapatnam we are setting up drone as one of the center of excellence, and many drone applications we are coming. This is another robot you see. When a raw material, one has to segregate the raw material and see how the sensors are able to capture the things very nicely, very fast. Human beings will take a lot of time, and robots can do much faster as compared to any other. And this is another industrial IoT we are working.
Industrial parts are becoming smaller. Products get to market with less waste, faster, and on time. Even the most manual processes are turning towards automation. Innovations in machine vision, deep learning, and robotics are revolutionizing production lines and supply chains. Our machines now produce vast amounts of big data accessible via the cloud. As machines.
So this is our ministry initiatives are that we started with India BPO promotion scheme. There is an electronic park we are coming out for development of chips. Semiconductor characterization labs is there, because here what happened, some chips are working in some environment, some chips are working in other environment, in hot, cold. So these need to be tested and other thing. And we are coming with center of excellence across the country. And few of the center of excellence are coming in Visakhapatnam also. So this is all about my presentation in Visakhapatnam. Because of IBPS, within 3 years we are coming with new 45,000 jobs. Just to tell you, and center of excellence about this overall I have told you. And another Government of India come with the technological incubation and development of entrepreneurs. TIDE scheme is there, where if you want to, there are many TIDEs already been set up in the country. If you people are interested to, you can go to any TIDE center or you can set up your own TIDE center also. So what the entrepreneur who are interested to develop a new product, they will get 25 lakhs as a seed funding and 30 lakhs as loan. So to give you a capital as a first time, the young entrepreneur, if these people are interested, so they can take this as also one of the. If you see in the Visakhapatnam, we are coming with Kalam Institute of Health Technology, AMTZ, the Indian Institute of Management, IIM, which is setting up the COE in FinTech, and Andhra Pradesh Innovation Society. This is also a TIDE scheme, and Bhagavatala Charitable Trust, Visakhapatnam. It's only on the Gramin Incubation Center, Agrotech applications. So this is all about the Visakhapatnam. You must be seeing many big companies are coming. Around 300 companies are operating from here. And thank you very much for keep listening me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, all of you. I just want to know the thing as actually you have said about the manned rescue equipment, sir, which is going on the sea, right? So what is the maximum distance it can cover, sir, to bring the person who is on the sea? May I know?
It depends on the Wi-Fi sensors. So I think it will work in water up to 5 kilometers maximum. From the distance you can see, because somebody is a drone, so the machine will go from the sea coast to bring the. Generally, if you see, it is within 1 kilometer. If any person is under drawing within 1 kilometer, it should be. So one of our company called Safe Sea is a startup. He has developed this application, and it was well received by across the country.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So may I ask another question, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, actually, you have shown that one sensor which is kept on human body's chest, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, is it now available, sir, or in future it is going to be developed?
Yeah, this is already been people are using. One of he come from US recently.
Yes,
I've seen in his body he's a diabetic. The same things were attached. And the doctor is from US sitting and monitoring it. Similar kind of thing we have installed here also. Some of the doctors installed who are chronic disease based people like diabetic, blood pressure, some other cardiac problem. So doctors need to monitor. So you can monitor, and doctors also easily monitor those parameters. And also because of that, 2-3 service companies are also coming, because as soon as the customers are increasing, somebody will be there. The data will, more and more data will come. So again, data management is a big thing. So service companies have come. who are that's why there are many startups are coming who are developing to give the screening based final output. What is his daily basis the output. Next.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's Shri Gajendra, sir.
Evening to all. So my question is, this is a very informative session for me and all the participants. So can you share the PPT and videos to the participants?
Yeah, I will share the videos. I don't know whether it will be go or not, but yes, content I will say, send it to you people.
Robina,
Hello.
madam, can
Yeah.
you speak?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Sir, my question is just like you told, like the video and everything which you have shown, sir. The detail inspired for the motivation for the IoT base itself. Like every people should get motivated to pursue like these things if somebody wants to have a startup. So just my question is that, sir, do you need any minimum qualification from the person who is going to start or who is thinking something out of the box? So any minimum qualification is there, or anybody who can have the ideas and that idea is acceptable can pursue?
Yeah, anybody have the idea he can pursue. We need more and more dynamic people should come
Okay.
and innovate it.
Okay. That means the team should be dynamic.
I have shown you that CFC, how the droning people, he is such a application, nice application, live application.
Yes.
That-
Yes.
One of the example, there are many people. I thought this you people can see how the drone. This is called water drone, not drones. Means people think only on air. This is in
Yes.
water drone. How the
Yes. Yes.
are working here. So that's the thing. You can think out of box and develop the product. And we will help you in formulating the prototyping, marketing, and final development of the product also.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
When we are talking, we should come with lot many inputs so that people should think in bigger manner. And any problem, if you have faced any problem, we are there to help you. We will mentor you. We have number of mentors who will mentor you also. We have institutions like Diet and others. They will help you. They have an incubation center. You can incubate in their center. Whatever you think, we will help you in making your prototyping. Because before the final product comes, we should make a prototyping also. We will make a prototype for you. There is a 3D printers are also available here. Vizag has a complete ecosystem now for this startup.
Madam, I am audible, madam.
Yes, audible.
Hello.
Mohammed,
Hello.
sir, please,
Hello.
sir.
This is Mohammed Kausar. My son has done the BTech from Delhi. So what is the prospect is?
Which branch?
Mechanical branch, but he is interested in computer. Now he is expert in air making.
आपको किसमें इंटरेस्ट है?
Computer. Robotics.
हाँ, तो आप कुछ रोबोट्स का देखिए, हम लोग का यहाँ जैसे हम रोबोट्स डेवलप करते हैं, सर्जन वाला, एक सर्जन जिस तरह हाथ से करता है कार्डियक सर्जरी, उसी तरह से रोबोट्स कैन डू इट. तो आप उसी तरह से रोबोट्स कर सकते हैं. Economically, you develop the robots much economical, and you will see will come before you, and if you are successful, many people will use those robots. It's the day people need more and more hands.
So if it is profitable,
Yes, very profitable.
can you suggest where he can get the training for robotics? Hello.
ट्रेनिंग आप इंटरनेट में खोज लीजिए. You can search because from Delhi,
Yeah.
So Delhi, nearby, you can find out where is the robotics training. You train yourself, then try to develop some robots. If you need, you can go nearby incubation center, and incubate yourself in that incubation center. And you find some incubation center where robotics are developing. If you want, you can send me mail, and we will give you the address of the incubation center near to your home, and you can develop it. Or you can come down to Vizag, Visakhapatnam. We'll help you.
Yes, sir. Noor Ahmad Sheikh is unmuted. Sir, you can speak, sir.
Good evening, sir. So my question is, so there are many schemes from government offering financial support. Is there anything offering by government for educational support, sir? Regarding these IoTs and all, is there any educational support from government, sir?
Education means what? I don't understand.
I'm asking like, you are saying that you will help us if we come with an idea. So if we want to make an problem to solve, we should have a basic knowledge on IoT equipment, and basic elements which we can use, right? So is there any education support from government?
From where you are? You are from Visakhapatnam? There are some institute in Visakhapatnam. You can go there, take your training.
Yes, sir. I am from Anantapur district, sir, Andhra Pradesh.
Anantapur, I think we'll find out and inform you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sai Charan, sir, can you unmute yourself?
Good afternoon, sir. What is the role of cloud computing in IoT?
Look, IoT is the sensor-based product basically. IoT, you have to, if you wanted to do the cloud computing, certain datas which need to be processed. Like I have shown you one example of car manufacturing. It requires a lot of data is needed, and those data will be processed, and finally the instruction will go from the server that do this activity. So the processing part of your data information is to be done through the cloud computing, and final instruction to the robots or to the object will go from the server, and that's how the activity will go. So these are all correlated. That's why these are all called emerged technologies. Each other they are emerging. They are collide each other. Each is dependent on others. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
I am Rajkumar from Assam. Now I am pursuing a PhD in Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering from NIT Nagaland. My question is there any incubation center in our Northeast, sir?
Northeast, we are coming with 9 incubation center. Nagaland, I have to come and I have to find out which location. But Northeast, we are coming with 9 incubation center, innovation and incubation centers. And Nagaland, you can send a mail to us. I will give the address of Nagaland where we are coming out. The Nagaland one incubation center, and you can go there and able to develop your product. Ideate. First, you have to make yourself ideate. Once idea has been accepted, then go for prototyping. Try to understand. First, you have to make an idea, and that don't give it to anybody of your idea. That ideate is a very crucial point. One is once you ideate, go for prototyping. Once prototyping happens, then you go for product and marketing. These are stages are there that will become a successful startup venture.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir Sumit Sharma, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible. You can speak.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
सर मैं सुमित फ्रॉम गाजियाबाद। एक्चुअली मैं आईओटी प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट पे 1 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ और एज ए स्टार्टअप मैंने अपनी कंपनी भी रजिस्टर करा रखी है और रिकॉग्नाइज हो गई है फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। और और मैंने होम ऑटोमेशन के ऊपर काम कर रहा हूँ बेसिकली, और उसके प्रोडक्ट मैंने डेवलप कर लिए हैं, तो अब उसको नेक्स्ट मंथ मार्केट में लॉन्च करने की प्रिपरेशन है। तो मेरा क्वेश्चन सर ये है कि क्या मुझे कुछ सर्टिफिकेशन की भी जरूरत पड़ेगी क्या मार्केट में सेल आउट करने के लिए अपने प्रोडक्ट को? मैंने ऐप डेवलपमेंट और क्लाउड वगैरह सब कुछ कंप्लीट कर चुका हूँ और कंपनी को रजिस्टर भी करा चुका हूँ।
वेरी गुड। तो आपने काफी काम कर लिया है।
हाँ सर, हाँ सर।
अभी आपको आपका क्या प्रोडक्ट?
जो होम ऑटोमेशन के लिए हमने स्विच मॉड्यूल बनाए, स्विच बोर्ड के पीछे उसको इंस्टॉल करेंगे और ऐप के थ्रू कंट्रोल करेंगे पूरे होम को। होम ऑटोमेशन का बेसिकली काम किया है, आईओटी बेस्ड।
आप एक हमारा ना माइटी के साइट में जाइए, ये 26 को लास्ट डेट है मेरे ख्याल से। इस ऐप जो है ना उसको आप वहां भेज दीजिए 26 तारीख को। ये आप mighty.gov.in में चले जाइए, वहां रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर न्यू ऐप।
ओके सर।
आत्म भारत ऐप करके, आत्मनिर्भर ऐप, आत्मनिर्भर चैलेंज ऐप।
ओके सर, ओके सर।
कीजिए गूगल में, तो आप आ जाएंगे, वहां जाके इमीडिएटली अप्लाई कर दीजिए। 26 तारीख लास्ट डेट है।
ठीक है सर। और
आपको कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम आती है तो हमें इमीडिएटली मेल कर दीजिएगा। मेरा ईमेल आईडी आपको दिखाया हूँ, आप हमें ईमेल कर दीजिएगा, हम आपको फटाफट आपको हेल्प करेंगे। ठीक है।
दूसरा सर्टिफिकेशन क्या लेना पड़ेगा प्रोडक्ट के लिए मुझे? प्रोडक्ट के लिए सर्टिफिकेशन की भी रिक्वायरमेंट होगी क्या मार्केट में लॉन्च करने से पहले?
इसको आप पहले अप्लाई कीजिए, सर्टिफिकेशन का कोई जरूरत नहीं है अभी।
ठीक है सर। आपकी मेल आईडी सर मिल जाएगी मेरे को?
dubey@stpi.in, dubey dubey@stpi.in।
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
So one student, sir, he is asking, is sir, we are getting very motivated to start an IoT project, but I am unable to understand how to start and from where to start. Can you please suggest some resources?
Actually, he has to find out which area he wants to read. Look, once he find out his area, that is, he tell her, him or her, that first make an ideate. Once ideate come, if you can send it to us, we will send it to the concerned place from where he convert his idea into a project mode.
It's Anantapalli PSB Vaishnav. Vaishnav, I hope you got the answer to your question.
सुमित शर्मा जी, innovate.mygov.in में जाना है आपको। Any other student, so if interested, if you have developed the app, please send for this registration, and there is a big prize is also given by the government. We want Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we want more and more you like dynamic young people who are coming to this session should apply. It's supposed to be last date is 18th. Now they have increased up to 26th. Please apply if you have any app or anything. Right?
One student, he's asking, is any funding will be given for startups, sir?
Yes, fundings are there. Idea is converted into project, and if the project is approved, then there is a scheme I have told you, Tide 2.0 is been. There are many agencies are there who are giving the funding. So Government of India through MIGHTY is giving on IoT kind of thing up to 25 lakhs is seed funding. Seed funding का मतलब ये है कि nobody will ask you money. You can take 30 lakhs as a loan. If anybody about funding, you should go to MIGHTY, MEITY Startup Hub HUB.in. You will get all the details about the funding also. Thank you very much, all of you, and I hope everybody should grow in your whatever thing, either in career or God will definitely give you very good opportunity. Thank you very much. If you find any where hurdles, I am there to help you. Send me anytime, any mail. My mail is already I have given to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This is a wonderful session, and you have shared a lot many ideas and videos also for giving ideas for new innovations. I feel privileged to present the vote of thanks now. Knowledge is amplified by sharing views and ideas. Our sincere thanks to today's chief guest, Sri MP Dubey Garu, Joint Director and Officer in Charge Software Technology Parks of India, MEITY, Government of India, Visakhapatnam, for enlightening us with different perspectives. We deliberately express our deep sense of gratitude to our Honorable Chairman, Sri Dali Ratnakar Garu, for giving us an opportunity to conduct the event without compromising in any aspect. We are grateful to our Principal Dr. Sri H. Prabhakar Rao Garu for his immense support. Finally, we thank all the delegates for registering and also for the patient listening. Thank you all.
Thank you.